amid a wave of opposition. Some LGBTQ candidates eye epic wins. For LGBTQ plus activists, the home stretch of the midterm election campaign is a good news, bad news phenomenon. A record number of LGBTQ plus candidates are running for office, and some breakthrough victories are likely. In Massachusetts, Democrat Maura Healey is favored to become the first openly gay candidate elected as the state's governor. Another lesbian, Democrat Becca Balint, is favored to win Vermont's lone U.S. House seat, becoming the first woman and first openly gay person to represent the state in Congress. Yet these potential milestones and the large cohort of LGBTQ plus candidates coincide with aggressive efforts by some Republican politicians to target LGBTQ plus people, especially transgender Americans, with a wave of hostile rhetoric and legislation. Numerous GOP-led states have passed laws restricting trans students' participation on school sports teams. Arkansas has outlawed gender-affirming medical treatments for trans youth, and Florida's so-called Don't Say Gay law has prohibited discussion of various LGBTQ issues in many of the state's classrooms. The Victory Fund, a national organization dedicated to electing LGBTQ plus leaders to public office, said in a report Wednesday that at least 1,065 LGBTQ plus people have run for elected office this year, the most in history. It said 678 of these won their primaries and will appear on the ballot in November, an 18% increase from 2020. And for me, this is like the best news ever, because the more you have to demand your seat at the table. No one's going to give you a seat at this table. And the only way we make change is to be at the table. And to run. In order to do that, people have to run. I mean, they have to run. I'm so encouraged to see this across the country.
Participation is the first thing.
Well, first, get out your umbrella, because I'm about to rain on your parade. Okay. I'm very concerned, and many of these people will win, but there's a lesbian candidate, the Democrat for governor in Oregon, is in a fight for her political life in what should be an easy walk-away blue state. The governor of New York, Governor Hochul, she's not LGBT, but she's very LGBT friendly. She is in a fight for her political life in a state that should be as blue as Texas is red. A lot of these candidates, I hope, will break through. The Massachusetts governor, I believe, is set to, but it's not going to be a pink wave. What I'd like to see.
Well, what I'm counting on. I'm a glass half full guy.
I know you are. That's why I wanted to sit next to you. I am sitting over here empty.
But why? No, but really, Roe is on the ballot, and what they're not polling are independents and NPAs. They're calling Republicans and they're calling Democrats, but they're not calling independents and they're not calling NPAs. There's more NPAs in Miami-Dade County than there are Republicans and Democrats, right? They're not polling these people. All of those women, 167 million women in the United States. There are millions of women in every state who are not getting polled, who are going to vote. Because they want
there, but I'm not going to make it.
And don't make it. Because they want their full rights back. So I'm hopeful, John. We'll see what happens. We'll come back on the show.
Absolutely.
After the
and trans rights are definitely an issue. The bans on gender affirming care here in Florida, not just for minors, but for anyone who is low income on Medicaid. November leads into Transgender Visibility Month and Week and Transgender Day Remembrance. That's where I'm wearing the shirt I am today with the trans pride colors to support our siblings in the trans community, because they're a very small minority, but they're being attacked and they're being villainized and they're being made out to be this national threat. And it's people just creating a solution to a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah, throw in there support for your healthcare workers, please, because we work in healthcare. We only know how to take care of people. We don't understand this whole political thing. And now they're telling doctors and nurses how you can and cannot treat patients. They're threatening people with jail and loss of their license.
And it's not.
And it's like, we just want to go to work and help people.
It's not people who study healthcare that are studying these policies.
Exactly.
That's the biggest issue, is it?
Right.
Exactly. It's something that amazes me as an immigrant, although I've been here for 25 years or so now, that, we allow non-experts to rule over experts in certain things.
Sense.
Why are school boards staffed with people who are getting elected? It should be people who have a PhD in education subject matter. Why is medical board a political position? Why?
It should not be.
No, exactly.
Making it very difficult.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.